Hello on the Sidelines fans. I'm your host, as always, Cameron Capobianco, and joining me today is former MLS Cup champion, Ashtone Morgan. Ashton, thank you so much for joining me today.
No, thanks for having me.
So obviously I mentioned 2017 MLS Cup champion. Before we get into that, before we get into where you are now at Forge FC, I just want to start off with saying, what made Ashtone Morgan want to become a professional footballer?
Oh, wow. Just playing at a young age and playing soccer at a young age, man, that's all I wanted to do. It's the thing I know most. Started playing soccer when I was 3, so, just running around such at a young age and watching football, watching my dad play football, watching, all my friends play football. Football is my life and always be my life.
Especially for you, I just want to ask you, starting off, were there any players that you grew up watching, like in the Premier League, even the MLS, that you fell in love with that helped you get into the game of football?
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Roberto Carlos, Zidane, Ashley Cole, Thierry Henry. I love watching these guys play and, I want to emulate my game with some of those fullbacks and left backs as well, So just growing up, just watching them a lot and just trying to, pick up what they do. And now
Yeah,
here I
absolutely.
am.
So, of course, for you too, being a hometown boy, you played for your hometown club of Toronto FC in the MLS. What did that mean to you to get the chance to play pro football in your hometown? At the time, it was a growing team in Toronto FC.
Yeah, surreal experience, getting to represent where I'm from, born and raised downtown Toronto, BMO's in my backyard essentially, So yeah, honestly, it was a great experience, a privilege to do what I did there for all those seasons from the academy to first team football. And yeah, to hoist the MLS Cup trophy also is just, that was a cherry on the top for sure. But again, those moments are so special and so dear to me that I'll never forget them. And, hopefully I left a good enough legacy at the club.
So, ahead of your debut in 2011, were there any nerves going through your body, your head? And if so, how did you overcome these nerves?
Oh man, every day. I still have those, just doing the job we do, I just take those nerves as that I'm ready. I'm ready for the day, ready for the game, ready for training, because you need to feel something within yourself when you're doing this job, because it's such a special thing that, that I'm able to do every day and continue to do as long as I can keep going.
So let's jump ahead now to 2017, that MLS Cup Championship win for you. What was that feeling like when the referee blew that final whistle? And not only for you, especially being a hometown boy, you got also Jonathan Osorio. You guys brought a championship to the hometown club. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, man, it was, again, I think every emotion went through my body when the whistle blew. I remember giving also a huge hug. I'm pretty sure we just like tackled each other. It was funny on the pitch side. But yeah, I think playing at the club for so long, from the academy, becoming from like a kind of a not necessarily a winning franchise at the beginning, but then, transitioning to a winning franchise, winning football club, and being part of the tough times, the good times, the bad times, all that stuff, it was a roller coaster ride that, when that whistle blew, I could kind of just like I could breathe, and it was one of the greatest feelings you know, I got to experience as a professional.
Absolutely, absolutely. So why don't we jump into some players you played with? I mentioned already Jonathan Osorio, but what was it like playing with guys like Sebastian Javinko, the game-winning goal scorer, or sorry, the first goal scorer in the MLS Cup of 2017, Josie Altidore, and
Mhm.
the recently retired Justin Morrow? What was it like playing with these guys?
Yeah, it was great. Everybody had their their talents and their special traits, and again, just being able to share the pitch with those guys like I call my brothers, those are special moments that will always forever be bonded with, So yeah, again, great guys, and we had a great time and a great run playing together.
And for you, especially in the MLS, you played for so long. You've seen some guys even you played against. So I want to ask you, what was it
Mhm.
like playing against guys like David Beckham, Landon Donovan, Andrea Pirlo, David Villa, and
Yeah,
then you also look at LA Galaxy, another LA Galaxy guy, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
yeah. Again, just being able to, again, have these moments, have these experiences in my career, you know, winning games against these clubs with these players, yeah, it all adds to it. It's all part of my story, and I'm happy I got to again play LA Galaxy SA in a quarterfinal in a Champions League final at the Skydome, and the Rogers Center we call it now, and selling that out and seeing the crowd of like whatever it's 50,000 plus at the Rogers Center, looking up to the top row and seeing it's all sold out. Everybody's just watching us take on the LA Galaxy. Like these moments, you can't pass up. And again, those are my special moments in my career.
Absolutely. So let's talk about your move now to Forge FC. What were some differences between playing in the MLS and the growing league of the Canadian Premier League when you moved to Forge for the first time?
Yeah, I'm a professional wherever I play, and I think the MLS obviously has been around for many years already, in this league, and this as in the CPL has been around sort of fourth, fifth season now, and still a young league. There's still some things that will get better as time goes, but again, it's a young league. It's still competitive, and I'm enjoying my football. And the biggest thing for me, as long as I'm smiling and I'm enjoying my football, I'm a happy guy. Because if I wasn't happy and I wasn't enjoying my football, then I think that'll be time when I'm done. But again, I'm having great moments with these guys, and this club Forge, it's been a great experience so far. And just trying to build a legacy as much as I can, and as long as I'm here.
So along with the hardware of the MLS Cup, you also won the Community Shield as well as the Canadian Championship, a 4 times. So for you especially, adding another piece of hardware I want to get into, which is the CPL title, what was going through your head again? Like the 2017 MLS Cup, what was going through your head when you guys won the CPL title?
Yeah, sitting down with Bobby and Coach Bobby and at the time Costa, the message right away for me was, we're bringing you in to help win another trophy, so getting that job done and having those prior, conversations with staff and with my teammates, and having that responsibility on my shoulders to help, build a legacy for Forge, I couldn't be happier, and again, trying to run it back, and we're applying ourselves this season to set ourselves up for another opportunity for that.
Absolutely. And my apologies, I meant to say supporter shield, not the community shield.
No, yeah.
But yeah, no, the supporter shield. They both look the same sort of, the community
Got you.
shield and supporter shield. But
Eastern Conference Finals too. Don't forget that one.
yeah, I forgot to also add that too, which I was actually at that game for when you guys won that as well. But especially too, I want to mention another bit of teammates that you played with as well. You also played with them at the MLS level. I forgot to mention Jordan Hamilton, who you play with now at Forge, and also Captain Kyle Becker. So what's it like playing with these guys at Forge now when you guys played together at the MLS level as well?
Yeah, of course. Playing with Jordan, I know what he can do. When Jordan signed up and he came in middle of last season, I was super excited because I know what he can offer for the team, for himself, and for this club. And I know the fans will enjoy a player like Jordan. And yeah, just to reconnect with Kyle. I've known Kyle since I was 12, 13. We played with Toronto Lynx together. We always played against each other in club level and youth level, and obviously rejoining again at TFC, and then now back at Forge. Yeah, I've known Kyle for almost all my life. So, we that's my brother.
Absolutely. And then I just want to mention too, along with playing with these two guys from so long ago, you also play with guys that come up from League One Ontario, which semi-professional league, which is like Chris Colongo, Emery Welshman. You have all these guys, especially from Sigma, considering your coach also coached Sigma FC in League One Ontario. So what's it like playing with these younger guys too? And do you help them out with like anything in their game as well?
Yeah, for sure. Part of my job here as well, and especially now where I'm at in my career is, definitely have a lot of experience. I've experienced a lot throughout my career, and I'm here to help the young guys every day. Whether I need to kick their butt a little bit and have a nice conversation with them, whatever it takes to help them understand, like, this life is, you can have a great career and enjoy life playing football, and if you want to move on, you got to apply yourself a little bit more. And, again, just there's little things, little conversations we have to help these guys out.
So what's the message heading into Friday's match against York in a big battle of 905 between you guys and York United?
Honestly, it's about us. The opposition is the opposition, but as long as we put our best foot forward and, set ourselves up right for the match, we're planning to get 3 points when we go there.
Absolutely. So for you, you also represented Canada at the international level as well. So I just wanted to ask you, what did it mean to you to also get the chance to represent your country at World Cup qualifiers, CONCACAF? What did that mean to you?
Oh, it's amazing. For myself, for my family, playing for your country is one of the biggest honors you could have in your career as well. And to be able to represent my country on multiple occasions has been great. It's been special, and competing at the international level in different kind of tournaments, various tournaments. Yeah, this is why we do what we do. And again, great moments for myself in my career.
Do you have any favorite memories from the international scene?
Yeah, I think maybe my last Gold Cup, I think it was against Haiti. Coming in the end of the game, trying to, make some in the midfield, trying to make a difference from John Herdman, but I think, again, many moments every time I put the jersey on, many moments when I, got subbed in, whenever I got to play for my national team was a big moment for myself, my family.
Absolutely. And my last question for you, Ashton, is what are some pieces of advice you can give to younger kids, younger adults who want to follow in your footsteps and maybe play where you were at the MLS level or even where you are right now at the CPL?
Yeah, I just think being consistent with your work and how you apply yourself every day, because some days will be harder than others for sure. But as long as you have your consistency and you have your standard and your level that you want to keep, I think the consistency keeps you level-headed, but also keeps you motivated and determined, especially when those days are getting kind of hard, as long as you have a lot of consistency within yourself.
Absolutely. Well, Ashton, I want to say thank you so much for joining me on this episode of On the Sidelines. Again, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this interview with me. And good luck on Friday against York United.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Guys, Ashtone Morgan, Forge FC defender, and also former 2017 MLS Cup champion. I'm Cameron Capobianco, and we'll catch you guys next time.